Hello my friends and welcome back to our blind let's play Ace Attorney Investigations 2 for the DS. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and today we're I mean, I think the picture speaks for itself, to be honest. But yeah, we're gonna try to solve this mess here. The first thing I need to do is probably talk to these guys. I think we've explored everything fully. We just haven't done this yet. I have high hopes for you. Please ensure you do not disappoint me. Understood. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day today. How is your investigation progressing? There is no need for concern. It is proceeding smoothly. You remember how much I detest betrayal? All too well. I thought you would. So please, don't do anything that you'll regret. I have no choice but to obey him for now. Assassination. Oh, this is nuts. I'm used to getting assassin onto the president's plane. If we didn't enter the plane, the investigation would have come to an end. You're not fooling anyone. I know what you're after. I believe I've already said that my only interest is in the nature of Rook's death. But what about the person who hired you to assassinate the president? Perhaps you have forgotten. Ugh, gah, ugh. I have no intent to carry out a job I deem futile. Very well, let's continue the investigation. I just had a thought. Like, I just had a bolt of lightning hit me. Okay. You know, I am about 99% wrong when it comes to my theories in Ace Attorney, okay? So with that said, take everything I'm about to say with a grain of salt. Or a lot of salt. Okay. Here's my theory. The killer does not intend on killing the president. But he got himself involved in this case. Which makes one ask a very obvious question. If he doesn't care about killing the president anymore, and he only cares about Rook, then why is he doing what he's doing? He's an obvious trained assassin. He doesn't need to be here. He doesn't need to be involved anymore. He's choosing to be involved. Why? I think it comes down to one word. Respect. He respects the other guy, Rook. He respects Rook for injuring him. The fact that Rook injured the killer is letting the killer know that this is a man who is who's someone that you should honor. In a weird, I guess, cat and mouse type game. You know, villains and heroes. The villain appreciates the hero because of all that he's done. And they kind of see themselves as like rivals in a way. So if this is about Rook's death, and he gets himself involved because of Rook's death, that means one of two things. Either one, he respects Rook enough to want to make sure that the person who killed Rook is caught, or two, he has his own reputation to uphold, and if his reputation got out that he killed the wrong person, maybe that would dishonor him. Both of those ideas lead me to one conclusion, however. The killer did not kill Rook. The one who killed Rook was Knightley. Knightley killed his partner. That's why there's gunshots going to the right where the samurai is, because he fired at him. Rook takes Knightley's place. Knightley will lead the present inside the plane. However, on these plans, wait, these are March 24th. These are March 19th. See, on these plans, if Knightley was firing at Rook, it would make sense, but on these planes they're reversed, so it doesn't make sense. And we only heard 2 gunshots. Do I just love it when you come up with a theory and like a minute later you're thinking, wow, that's a dumb theory, it doesn't work. I don't know, I just feel like he killed Rook. And the killer is trying to honor his fallen rival by making sure that the person who killed him is apprehended. I just feel like that's part of the story somehow. Anyway, splendid. I have the utmost faith in your abilities. Oh, let's go back here. Present. This is the first time I've seen one in person. Is that your license? I, myself. You mean? There's actually a license to kill? There isn't one, actually. However, if you insist. Don't worry about it. That's one truth I don't need to steal, Mr. the Killer. Even a great thief's pride is nothing before the presence of a professional killer. Oh, the dots. You're a very bad man, Mr. Prosecutor. If it's about a job request, we can talk about it later. What? What is talking about? Is that gonna solve the case? Unlikely, but keep in mind, we're dealing with Prosecutor Edgeworth here. Hey! You must have given it a lot of thought. A lot of thought, indeed. Hey, I heard that. Yes, of course. I shouldn't provoke him. Well, I'm still going to provoke him. I keep forgetting I can just hold circle here to fast forward through evidence. That makes it a lot easier to, you know, show people things. Where'd you get that? If I'm not mistaken, this is the security plan for today's event. Yeah, that's right. It outlines where Rook and I was stationed. If only I'd been in his position, then I'd be the one who, It appears this man has a complex of sorts regarding Rook. This has no class. It's lacking in intelligence as well as refinement. Most importantly, it lacks honor. See, he does care about honor. In what world could one consider a murder weapon to be honorable? Prosecutor Edgeworth, I do not share your sentiment. Do you actually believe there is? Yes, of course there is. Don't be rude, Mr. Edgeworth. Apologize to the man. Why must I apologize? Okay, nothing here. This single piece of evidence was all it took for you to track me down. I'm impressed. This raincoat was found stuffed under the food stalls. I did not want you to mistake me for the assassin. It seems my worries were unfounded. Since you also single-handedly uncovered the identity of the other red-hooded figure. After that, can you honestly tell me you still lack faith in your deductive reasoning? Dick Killer seems to be telling the truth. Okay, nothing about the monitors. Nothing about it. You know, I should probably check the attachment case. I bet even Rook had no idea that he'd meet his end at the hands of that little lady. Silence. Why you? Mr. Prosecutor, please continue. See, the way he does that, it makes it seem like, you know, he doesn't like the fact that this guy just killed someone and is trying to blame someone else. There is a sense of honor there. Yes, what is this man thinking? Zach, oh yeah. All right, well, let's check out the evidence a little bit closer here, especially the attachment case. But first I need to back out. I didn't mean to talk to Kay, but oh, what do you know? Assistant job. Being an assistant sure is hard work. I don't recall ever making you my assistant. On the other hand, being a detective seems really fun. You're so clever, Mr. Edgeworth. I also don't recall ever becoming a detective. Anyway, if you have a good brain and a pipe in your mouth, you're a detective, right? I'm not quite sure where you're going with this. However, think about the job description of an assistant. They carry organizers with them and record information. But you do that all yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. I shouldn't have asked. Alright. Let's see here. I am pressing all the wrong buttons here. Just like all the wrong buttons. I'm sorry about that. That button. And then... yeah, I can't look at it closer. Alright, I can't look at the attachment case closer. So that means I probably am down to logic. Alright. Rook's gun. Knightley's position. Huh. I don't really know how these things connect. I don't think they do. Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. Can you not mock me, please? I don't think this is gonna do anything. I really should save the game before I die. You know, I haven't died yet. That is something that I probably need to do sometime. Let me save. Oh, you can't save. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? You're not allowed to save and load? Well, that's cruel. That is really cruel. Oh, we got something. Excellent. These two guns, they're the exact same model. These guns came from Zhang Fa. Assassin's revolver data update in my organizer. Found the trash can, 2 shots were fired, same model as the victim. Looks like all the bodyguards were provided with guns from Zhang Fa, so that means that gun must be, the other guy. Indeed. Are those guns rare? No, not particularly. They're not easy to obtain domestically, but it is impossible either. What? I thought they must be treasure. Yes, it's unfortunate. Eh, Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking about the treasure? Not quite. If it was a rare model, it would have been easier to identify. Even evidence can become treasure. I see. Even during the investigations, you search for treasure? Well, I didn't quite say that. Okay, well, let's investigate. Where's the treasure? And suddenly, she's motivated. Now then, I've grown wary of this investigation. Still no sign of Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Prosecutor, have you uncovered the truth yet? No, not yet. I see. Well, in that case, would you like to speak with someone who was involved in the incident? Someone involved in the incident? You mean? Is there not one more incident? Just a witness? Just behind those doors. Of course, the president himself. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, please do the honors and summon the witness here. There's no chance in heck I'm letting that happen. You think you could just summon the president like a witness at court? Ha! Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching all this through your security cameras. Would you kindly grace us with your presence? That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. All the suspenseful dots. I see. Mr. President, what sort of man leaves another to die on his behalf? Mr. President! Stop it! Take it easy, hey! Still nothing. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. Ah! What? The lights! My apologies, Mr. Prosecutor. I wouldn't try anything if I were you. It seems I am unable to reach the president. Even with Mr. Knightley's life. Stop! Ah! Kay, the killer, you! However, I have already seen the truth. Where? Where is he? Oof. I'll leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. I've seen that symbol before, haven't I? Like, I know I've seen that shell symbol. Is that his symbol? Oh, the edges. Oh, the edges. What? Edge? Oh, talking. Oh, okay. I was like, what is the edge? I don't understand that. Someone's saying Edgeworth's name, obviously. Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I thought that was Kay. Whoa, what do we got here? What the heck just happened? March 25th, 4:45, President's Plane Office. Looks like, Knightley's okay. Did I pass out? Mr. Edgeworth, thank goodness that you're safe, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay? Kay, what about you? I just woke up myself. My head's throbbing a bit, but it's no big deal. Detective Gumshoe, what happened to the killer? Well, Miss Swift came running out of the plane. She told us that the killer made a run for it, but, we were too late, sir. We heard from that bodyguard that the emergency lifeboat over there had been stolen. It's probably at the other side of the lake by now, sir. Didn't you seal off the park? The police were all called back to surround the plane, sir. Right now, there's no one guarding the opposite shore. Yeah, the opposite shore. What the heck does that mean? Like, I couldn't read it, and I still don't know what it means, even after I read it like 4 times. That means he succeeded in giving us the slip. I think that the opposite shore is the exit to the place that we're at. Sure seems that way, sir. What is this, like, thing you're doing with your hands? Is weird? Mr. Prosecutor. Horace Knightley. It seems you also had a narrow escape. Yeah, that's it. And that punk. Come to think of it, we found this near where you fell, sir. This is the killer's calling card. Yeah, I knew it. I knew I saw that card before. I mean, it's been a while, but I knew it. Looks like a message from him. Shelly the killer dropped it as he fled, embellished with a shell symbol. He always leaves his card next to his victim's body. But you're not dead, sir? I mean, are you? Are you an undead, sir? I mean, one of those, like, zombie-like creatures, and perhaps to signify something similar to a killing. Which reminds me, the last thing he said still bothers me. However, I have already seen the truth. I'll leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. Seen the truth? What did he mean? Yeah, safe now. What was that? The president will be making his entrance now. The president? Is that why he left? Because he realized that the president would never come out unless he did? This man is the president of Zhangfa, Dijuan Hong. You are? It is an honor to meet you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor. Yes, well, I am Dijun Hong. And I probably pronounce my name differently every single time, because FlightlessBird doesn't know how to pronounce my name. Anyway, I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from a great crisis. Is he referring to the Takarazu case? I was simply solving a murder, nothing more. Such modesty. I have been observing your investigation. An astounding performance, I will say, despite allowing the killer to get away. Thank you very much. So he was watching through the security cameras. However, I regret that it ends here. What do you mean? Heed my words, foolish prosecutor! Foolish? Why just call me foolish? You should have already been informed by Nightly. This investigation will be handed over to the State Police Force of Zhangfa. Now that the killer is gone, they intend to take over the investigation. Hey, pal! What are you doing? What's with that attitude? It's because of the killer and Mr. Edgeworth, that... Enough, detective. Mr. President, I cannot agree to this. Why must this investigation be handed over to your country's police? Why? Why, you say? Know your place, puny prosecutor. Must I explain my actions? Nay, I think not. You shall hand over all the evidence you found so far and leave this plane at once. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, be a good boy and do as you're told. Run home with your tail between your legs, little doggy. I cannot resist any longer. We can't end it like this. All the evidence handed over to Nightly. Why? Why won't he allow me to investigate this case any further? Now then, would you kindly take your leave? Nightly! Place the suspect under firm restraint! I'm on it, Mr. President. An attempt on my life! The murder of my subordinate! Such evil! Such sin! I didn't kill nobody. I swear. Shut your trap, lady. You dare question me! You dare stain this world with a sheet! Should we pardon this sin? Nay, I say absolutely not! It is most unforgivable! My reasons being... There's no mistake. The president is hiding something. And furthermore, and etc. If I turn back now, the truth will be lost forever. Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth, is there nothing that you can do? I remember the countless times I faced this dilemma in the courtroom. The lies of the witness, the rebuttals of the defense. I did not always have evidence to counter them. Nonetheless, I was still able to draw out the truth from them. That's right. My words alone are my weapons. We got some logic tests. Excellent. Now then, let's analyze the situation. Oh, we're going up against the president. Leave this place at once! As a direct order from the president himself! He's not even listening. Any rebuttal I give, he cuts off. When he has that forceful attitude, I'll need to watch the situation carefully. My opponent is the president of Zhangfa. I don't think he'll show any weakness easily. His words may be overbearing, but I need not be intimidated. If I observe his behavior closely, I should be able to read his emotions. First, I'll start by asking about his reasons for taking over the investigation. Now, let's begin! A good opening line will put me at an advantage. Begin logic chess. Alright, who's taking over? Explain. Who's taking over? Please allow me to confirm something about the investigation. No! I don't recall granting permission to speak! Wait and see. Very well. I am the president of Zhangfa! You shall not talk back to me! I'm not talking back. I am simply asking for confirmation. This investigation will be taken over by the police of your country. Is that correct? Exactly! That is all I will say. Restrain yourself from making any more unnecessary comments. Wait and see. Huh. Let's sniff. Being on this plane is tantamount to being on my country's soil. You cannot do as you please. This plane? Is there something significant about this place? I should remember this clue. Okay, explain. I'd like you to explain your reasons for depriving us of our right to investigate. Impudent fool! Hold your tongue! There is no reason. That should be enough of an explanation for you. Perhaps that clue may be useful here. Is it connected to this place? Gathering from what you said so far, does that forceful attitude of yours have some connection to this place? I don't know if that worked. You insolent! Earlier, you said that being on this plane is like being on your country's soil. From those words, I was able to deduce the answer, namely, that is, you wish to claim extraterritorial rights inside this plane, am I correct? Oh god, here we go with more extraterritorial stuff. Oh, we got him sweating. That's enough! I shall brook no insolence! You seem unsettled. Your words are forceful, but I cannot overlook them. The moment I mentioned extraterritorial rights, your face grew pale. Bam! Yeah! In light of your brazen courage, I shall grant you an answer. That's right! I am claiming extraterritorial rights inside this plane! However, what does that change? You are still powerless! There's nothing you can do about it. I see. Under international law, the plane would be considered part of Zhangfa. How convenient. If he wishes to stake this claim, then I shall question its validity. Alright, got time back. The next move will decide the outcome. He may be the president, but there is a hole in his logic. Let me break it wide open. Is your claim valid? I challenge the validity of your claim to extraterritorial rights. Do you truly understand what it is you're saying? Of course, and I stand by it. You dare doubt my words! You have no shame! Wait and see. Such irredeemable ignorance, it troubles me greatly. There is no need to worry. I do not need to be saved. It is Miss Swift whom I wish to save from these false charges that you have laid against her. I admire your tenacity, however, your wish is unattainable. The extraterritoriality laws are unshakable. This plane is Zangfa territory. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. I should try another line of attack. Aren't you being too forceful? Permit me to say this. Don't you feel that your actions are too forceful? Who asked for your opinion? All you need to do is obey! Wait and see. Forceful is the wrong word. It is authority, leadership. So you arrested Miss Swift because you felt you had the authority to do so. Yes! That girl is a criminal and there is no room for dispute. No, there's plenty I could say. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. Nonsense! You're just wasting my time with pointless chatter. Arg, that was a needless statement. Ah! I must not be intimidated by his words. If I observe his behavior closely, I should be able to read his emotions. Alright, so let's go back to this. Wait and see. Let's ask the other word. She is a criminal. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. Ah, that was not good. No! Oh, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. The shooting took place outside the plane. Only she could have done it. That's it. The shooting occurred outside. Oh. So therefore he can't claim extraterritorial rights because the murder happened outside the plane. This could be a very important clue. Okay, so is your claim valid? And then wait and see. And then it's time to use that clue. The guy came from outside. Indeed, I do not question your extraterritorial rights inside this plane. However, you just claimed that the shooting took place outside the plane. Yes, if it didn't happen inside the plane, extraterritorial rights do not apply. Your claim has fallen apart. Miss Swift's arrest is invalid. Bam! Ooh, okay. Yeah, I can see how this could get a lot more complicated in the future. It's a lot of fun though, because you're not pressing statements. You kind of have to, you have to wait. You have to wait for the right moment. Then you got to use the right clue in the right spot. I like this. Grr, impossible to be bested by a mere prosecutor. I am the president. Checkmate, Mr. President. Hey, we got more life back too. This has been a really long first case. Like, I know people have said that the first cases in the games, like, they start to become actual cases now instead of tutorial cases. And I could see that. This is a legit investigation. It's not I mean, there's elements of tutorial, sure, but this doesn't feel like a tutorial case. This feels like a real living, breathing, like, entity. I don't know. Does that sound weird? Living, breathing entity? You know what I mean, right? It seems like, it doesn't seem like this is tacked on. It seems like this is very relevant to everything that's happened. Mr. President, will you allow us to continue with our investigation? I yield. I will allow it. My heart is generous. My heart is tolerant and merciful. Therefore, as such, certainly, thus we shall. It is our duty for the most noble cause. Gentlemen, now is the time. I, the President of Zane, file for the sake of the investigation. This guy sure likes beating around the bush. Knightley, we have received the President's permission. Could you return our evidence? This, here. Knightley returned all the evidence. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if he gave us something that we didn't have before. Indeed, now we can resume the investigation. Hey, it's funny how happy you are just because I give you your precious pieces back. Now, let's see how you use them. Haha. Pay attention then. Here is my next move. Mr. President, may I make one more request of you? Would you please testify about the moment of the incident? Testify? Hey, hold on a sec. Well, that's your next move? Well, isn't that the sort of thing you do to the courts? Naturally, it is a courtroom procedure. However, I'd like to still hear what he has to say. If he refuses to cooperate with the investigation, he will have to give a clear reason. Well, that's... Is there something wrong? Knightley, stand down. I shall grant the Honorable Prosecutor's request. I thank you for your cooperation. Now, heed my words. Here we go. President's testimony. Where was I when the incident occurred? Ah, yes. The stage. Then, Rook and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting. And so, those two attempted to escort me into the plane. But then, the second gunshot. The bullet pierced through Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest. Because the second bullet this was the first shot. And this is a shot that popped the bullet. And then Rourke takes Knightley's place. And Knightley leads the president inside the plane. See, once again, it would make more sense if this was opposite. Because if this was opposite, then Knightley could have fired at Rourke, killing him, and also grazing the president at the same time. But the way it's organized here, Rourke took Knightley's place. So it would have been Knightley who was shot, not Rourke. Like, I believe I'm onto something. I could be completely wrong, too. Also, what's interesting is the assassin revolver. 2 shots were fired. Like, if only 1 shot was fired from this gun, then the other shot could have been fired from Knightley's gun. Am I throwing Knightley under the bus when I shouldn't be? Is Knightley a good guy and I am totally suspicious of him because that's what these games do to me? They make me suspicious of everyone. Except Kay. Kay didn't do it. If that's the case, then the president's a victim too, right? It was an assassination attempt. Mr. Rook just happened to get caught up in it, unfortunately. But isn't it strange? Why would the victim want to interrupt the investigation? Of course, if this became public, it would cause problems. I see. Still some deep, dark secret behind this case, right? Certainly, the president and perhaps Knightley too know of this secret. Without fail, I shall reveal it for all to see. Whew, here we go. Where was I when the incident occurred? Ah, yes, the stage. Are you aware just how precious this incident is? You naive man, do you think I would be perturbed by that question? Of course, I'm well aware that a coward attempted to shoot me. Well, at the time, I was on my stage delivering my speech. Well, then, Worker Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me. Did you realize there was a shooter when they appeared in front of you? What was I doing at that time? Oh, yes, the speech. During my speech, I was in a euphoric state, a state of nothingness and enlightenment. So, you got nervous and you blanked out? Nay, I have not forgotten a single occurrence that transpired during my speech. When Rook and Knightley appeared in front of me, I was surprised. Well, after that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting. Wait, what? What? Why is this out of order? Like, Rook and Knightley suddenly appearing and stood in front of me. Why would they stand in front of him if the gunshot happened after they did it? After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting. A red balloon. You try my patience, Prosecutor. That was not my intention. I just want to make sure your recollections are reliable. Huh. There were balloons on both sides of the stage. Swelling red in the cloudy sky as laid out in the security plan. The security plans. Ah, the one from the bag. They stepped in front of me just before the balloon burst. And so, those two attempted to escort me into the plane. Attempted to escort you? What actually happened? Well, that's right, attempted. Rook and Knightley raised the attaché cases. That's the moment shown in Kay's photo. They led me towards the plane. But then, the second gunshot. This is a long testimony. What happened after the second gunshot? Pitiful prosecutor! If you don't know that much, you're not fit for duty! What's that supposed to mean? I go weary of needless repetition. It should be quite obvious. Even you should know the path of the second bullet. The bullet pierced through Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest. when the bullet hit? What condition was the victim in? Oh, he was truly a man among men. Still groaning from the bullet's impact, he grabbed hold of me and dashed into the plane. So you enter the plane along with the victim. I am to be protected, and Rook was to protect me. That was his role. He speaks firmly, but it feels like he's just dodging the question, sir. He's a president. That's to be expected. There doesn't seem to be anything out of place. Since he's also a victim, he wouldn't have a reason to lie, sir. So what he said should be nothing but the truth. On the contrary, there is one point that stands out to me as odd. Try to recall the state of the crime scene. Eh? Really? Show me the evidence. Perhaps I should review it one more time. What is it? Could it be this? Because it said bright red balloon, but if this thing's standing up, wouldn't it have been a white balloon? Unless the balloon was upside down? I'm just trying to think about all of the times I played Ace Attorney. Whenever they have adjectives, that usually is something that you need to like question. So the fact it says red balloon when this thing is white. I'm gonna go with my gut here. Did it work? Have I finally learned something after 5 games? Yes! What did I did? Oh my god, I am so happy right now. I actually learned to pay attention to adjectives. A red balloon burst. I'm afraid that's not the case. What? Please have a look at this piece of evidence. Can you see what has burst? No! Okay, it's not no, it's more like no! What this is? What exactly? It's the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. You do well to remember it. What if he had a double? What if that was a double that was speaking and so he was never here? So that's why I didn't remember the exact picture. He was just watching from cameras. If you wish to win the support of the station's people. And don't forget the rival show, the Gem Ninja. The balloon that was ruptured by the bullet was no ordinary red balloon. It was a Steel Samurai balloon. But according to plans, should have been 2 red balloons. Says so right here in the security plan. It certainly looks like there are 2 round balloons around here. Doesn't say that they're red balloons though, it just says there's 2 balloons. Knightley! What is the meaning of this? Explain it at once. Yes, sir. Well, that Steel Samurai balloon was the last minute replacement. Replacement? Well, that's what we were told. Seems that information didn't make it to the president. See, we ran into a little trouble during setup last night. One of the balloons that we had prepared burst. So you scrambled to find a replacement? Exactly. We just happened to run into a guy manning a stand in the park. He said he'd lend us the Steel Samurai balloon. He was kind of a poser. A stand, a Steel Samurai balloon, and a poser. We pumped air into its red samurai pants to create a makeshift balloon. So the steel samurai balloon just looked like any ordinary red balloon. Is that what you mean? Knightley! Why was I not informed of this? Sir, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think it was important enough to report. Could you tell by just looking at it? I did not notice it. So, you mistook the steel samurai's pants for an ordinary balloon. Was there a reason why you made that mistake? Oh! What now? A moment, please. I just remembered now. I could not see the balloon very well. You couldn't see it? Exactly! At the time, the wind was strong. The flags on the stage were fluttering wildly and they obstructed my view. The flags? Did you not see the flags that were set up on both sides of the stage? Due to the strong wind, they were waving about just like this. So, a strong wind was blowing at the time of the incident. The flags were fluttering wildly. Is there a problem with that? I don't know. President Wong, you have my gratitude. Your testimony has helped uncover a new contradiction. Contradiction, you say? Yes, one that turns the very foundation of this case on its head. During my investigation, there was no wind at the crime scene, so the flags remained still. However, the flags were actually fluttering in the strong wind. This completely changes the meaning of that piece of evidence. Oh! Oh! I understand. I understand. It's, it's this right here. Because look at the flag. The flag has a bullet hole in it. Right? But the thing is, if the flag was flying the other way, then the bullet hole didn't pop the balloon. Right? This bullet hole, that hole in the flag must be the second bullet, not the first bullet. This is the evidence. That turns the case on its head? Hey, Edgeworth, do you even know how to use your pieces? The one that's been taken is yours. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Shows the situation at the time of the incident. During my investigation, there was no wind at the crime scene, so the flags remained still. However, the flags were actually blowing. I don't see anything here. I don't know why this would change anything. I don't... I don't understand what the... It would be this one. Yeah, obviously, I'm an idiot. It's this one, because this one clearly shows that the bullet fired through the flag. Maybe I'm thinking like 2 steps ahead again. Maybe I am right about what I just said, but I'm doing it in the wrong order. This seems to be the one that you had to do first, because first you got to show the flag was not pierced. The same bullet did not pierce the flag and the balloon, which means the bullet had to have pierced the flag on the second shot. Okay, so maybe I am onto something. The gunshot rang out during the president's speech. The bullet struck the balloon and also pierced through the national flag. I had previously deduced the bullet's trajectory using these facts. The assassin fired the bullet from the left side of the audience area. However, if the flags were fluttering about like so, my reasoning changes. Since the flag's position has changed. Correct. The bullet's trajectory must also change. Ugh. And if we trace the trajectory of the bullet, we can tell who fired this shot. But Mr. Edgeworth, that person is... Indeed, I still don't understand why. However, it could be none other than him. By tracing the bullet's path, who was the person who fired the gun? It was Knightley. The person who shot the balloon was none other than you, Horace Knightley. What? Connect the bullet holes in the balloon and the flag, and the line points to you. Bullet's trajectory data uploaded. Or changed, whatever. Modified. But that guy is one of the president's bodyguards. Why would he have shot to steal samurai balloons, sir? Preposterous! I agree with the detective. There is no reason. Are you saying Knightley, who has saved my life on numerous occasions, is an assassin? Prosecutor Edgeworth, had it up to here with you. My job is to protect the president. Knightley. Knightley, control yourself. So sorry, sir. Prosecutor. Indeed, the wind was strong during my speech. However, the wind strength can change very quickly. Evidence! Show us evidence that the flag was flying at the moment of the gunshot! The gunshot occurred the moment the president raised his fist to the sky. The evidence that shows this moment is... There has something that shows the state of the flag. It would have to be a picture. But I can't see the flags. Well, I can't see the flags here. The evidence is photo. Interesting! And where this photo exactly? Proof that the flag was flying in this photo is right here. Is that it? Whatever that is? Don't you see? The fluttering flag can be seen in this photo. That is it! No! There is no mistaking that the flags were flying at the moment of the incident. So then, it really was that guy who shot the balloon? That would mean Mr. Knightley is the assassin. Horace Knightley is. Well, he wanted to kill Rook. I don't know if he's the assassin. Horace Knightley is not the assassin. The only thing he shot was a balloon on the opposite side of the president. He wasn't aiming at the president. Why then? Why was it necessary for me to do a thing like that? Depending on the answer, I might take aim at your pretty little head. Why was it necessary? If I presume the reason is connected to the one thing that's felt out of place. The one who shot the balloon was the president's bodyguard, Knightley. Knightley shot the balloon. That fact will change the entire viewpoint of this case. So, no. That. Why was Knightley's position changed? Because I can't turn my head to the right. My position got changed to the president's left side. In other words, I was relocated to the right side of the stage. Was that really the only reason? If the plans had not changed and Knightley remained on the left side of the stage, Knightley can't turn his head to the right. Would he have been able to aim at the balloon on the left side of the stage? Perhaps the security plans were altered so that Knightley could shoot the balloon? If that's the case, what's this? The details of the security plans were changed. Yeah, that's right. I was changed yesterday. President's orders. The security plans were changed on the president's orders. What? In other words, the president knew about the balloon being shot. He knew about the attempt on his own life. If you think about it that way, everything that's been out of place is beginning to add up. Why was the assassin able to get a gun past such tight security? Why was the assassin wearing a conspicuous red hood? Why did they use a laser sight that would so easily reveal the location? Why was the president so calm after being shot? This was the truth the president and his subordinates tried to conceal. There can only be one reason why Knightley fired the gun. The entire assassination was a setup. Eh? Huh? How dare you? Do you seriously understand what you're saying? What you're implying with this? Of course I understand. In fact, now I understand everything. Mr. President, you wish to take the investigation right from me. That was all so you could conceal the real truth. How dare you mock me with these spurious allegations? Mock you? That was not my intention. I simply used logic to uncover the truth, that is all. Knightley fired the first shot in order to rupture the balloon. Hearing the gunshot and the sound of the balloon bursting, the audience began to panic. This was followed by one more shot. Wait, one more shot? Yes, Knightley turned towards the balloon and pulled the trigger a second time. The second gunshot was also fired by Knightley to create the illusion of the second shot hitting the president. So what about the bullet that hit the president's bulletproof vest? What if that bulletproof vest had been prepared in advance? Urgh! What's the matter, Mr. President? Afraid of facing a little bullet? Well, that's not true. I was definitely shot. If we examine the bullet in your vest, it would answer the question for us. Will we find Rook's blood on that bullet? Oh! But the person in the red hood who shot me is in that photo! Weren't you listening, Mr. President? From the bullet's trajectory, the one who fired the shot must have been Knightley. Then Nicole. She too was a part of the president's plan. She was to bear the blame and become the false assassin. The red hooded figure. Exactly. I don't know how much of the plan Miss Swift knew beforehand. However, she didn't fire the gun. All she did was aim the laser pointer at the president's head. That's right. Once the crowd began to panic, you would turn your parka inside out. And thus, the red hooded figure vanished. After that, you discarded the gun and security plan in the trash. And the illusion of the assassin vanishing like a ghost was complete. And with the assassin gone, the case would go unsolved, pal! Yes, that was what he hoped for. That's why you wouldn't let Mr. Edgeworth investigate the case? Exactly. All of this was an asinine publicity stunt from a lying president. But you, Game's starting. Yes, the game's starting because I'm starting, because Wong is starting. Hey, that was actually perfect timing on that starter there. Oh my god, what the heck just happened? What? You were wrong. He revealed his true form. The assassination is a lie, isn't it? The chief, why did he have to pick you? This should not have happened. Objection. Whoa. Oh, that was a cool voice. Well played, Mr. Prosecutor. Nightly. I am speaking with the president now. Thank you very much. Uh-oh. You're a chess player. You know knights always try to protect their king. So, shut up, now. Are you threatening me, Mr. Knightley? Ah! What's with this guy? Oops, sorry. I went over the top there. But on to business. As my first move, I want to ask you a question. You say I fired a gun on the stage, right? I should have been caught. The entire audience was watching me. I see. Now it's my move. Use a certain object to prevent the spectators from seeing you. A certain object? What did Knightley use to prevent the audience from seeing him? He used... Yeah, he used the attaché case. The attaché case. Exactly. I'd like you to have a look at this photo Kay took. Yeah, exactly. Look, he even has a gun in his hand. Your right hand is completely hidden by the case. The photo captures the exact moment you secretly fire the gun. You use the attaché case as a screen. Seem to enjoy making up convenient stories, Mr. Prosecutor. But you missed something. What have I missed? Not everything you've said is just a hypothesis, a theory. Flags flapping in the wind, using the case as a screen. The security plans were modified because I can't move my neck. We got no decisive evidence. Yeah, it'd be great if you had the bullet that hit the balloon. Well, then you could examine it and see if the ballistic markings match my gun. But that bullet's probably at the bottom of my lake. Finding it would be real tough, right? I hate to admit it, but it's as he says. There's no decisive evidence. If there's no proof, the only thing you can do is shut up, so do so. Miss Swift? That's it. If she speaks, we could hear a new testimony. Hey, lady, you got something to say?
Never mind.
There we go. I thought so. Nicole. Don't be afraid. The truth will escape if you let that man intimidate you. You're a reporter. A journalist, are you not? Always be true to yourself, Nicole. Come on.
I will not remain silent.
There you go. You better consider your position. You need your head before you say something you'll regret.
I forgot the #1 rule of journalism. Journalists must not tell lies. You can't call it a scoop if it ain't the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, sorry, I've been hiding this the whole time.
It's a laser pointer.
I used this laser pointer to aim at the president. Well, that's all I did. I never fired the gun.
You stupid woman! If you testify, you'll be admitting you're an accomplice.
I don't care. I'm gonna tell you everything. 3 days ago, I was covering an event at the Zangfa embassy. Then some of the president's men called me over. They said if I cooperated, I'd get an exclusive interview with the president.
And the gun in the trash?
I really don't know. All I was told was to come wearing a red hood and aim the laser pointer. I never thought it would stumble into all of this. I'm really, truly sorry.
Nicole, thank you. That was a testimony worthy of the courtroom. This is sufficient testimony to verify the fake assassination plot. Dang you! A lot of you! You're all a bunch of mindless morons! It's a shame. If only you hadn't been able to usurp the investigation as planned. You would have been able to silence this young lady. Blast!
So, tomorrow's headlines, David. Fake assassination plot exposed becomes a murder. Right? I can't believe that you do some of this horrible, pal.
I admit nothing. The president. Knightley, that's enough. We have no choice but to admit it.
So, Mr. President, you admit that you planned a fake assassination?
Yes, I admit it. I'm sorry.
But why? Why did you have to do this?
My approval ratings in Zangfa have fallen. I wanted to appeal to them as a strong president who survived an assassination. But in the end, it was just a lie, a stupid lie. And the bullet in the bulletproof vest.
Oh, and the bullet in the bulletproof vest.
It was prepared earlier, it was not fired today.
But what about Mr. Dick Killer?
It seems our plan was leaked. Someone wanted to make this fake assassination real.
That's why Dick Killer wore the red raincoat. He would impersonate the culprit from the plan in order to approach the president.
But there's still one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
Why did Rook die? His death was not a part of this charade, and yet it really happened.
Yes, why was his life taken?
Wong, Ethan was an outstanding bodyguard. Even though he wasn't from my country, he had my utmost trust.
I wouldn't think that having the trust of a cowardly president meant that much, honestly. Hey, that's the same sort of bond between me and Mr. Edgeworth, pal.
I wouldn't put it that way.
Did Rook know of your plan?
Not the exact details. I asked him to cooperate, and he refused.
You should have listened to his advice.
Yes, indeed. I wouldn't have done all this if I had known.
Tis, you're being too dramatic.
What?
Rook was just one piece of the president's defense.
Knightley, that's...
And it's not as if he cooperated with your plan. I did. He ran away, taking whatever dignity he had left with him. Good riddance.
I know you're a valuable bodyguard, but still...
I don't have time for this, sir. I'm the team leader now. There's going to be a lot of changes now that the chicken's gone. After all, adaptation is the most important principle of chess.
I knew you always wanted to be the team leader. But isn't this a bit imprudent?
I will orchestrate even more perfect plans just like this one.
You definitely have ambition. But wasn't your perfect plan today a failure?
If it weren't for you and your idiot Rook, it would have been perfect.
What did Rook do?
If he hadn't died, the killer wouldn't have threatened me. And you would have never set foot in this plane.
Knightley, how can you say such a thing?
Yeah, he died trying to save you, Mr. President. Maybe he fulfilled his lifelong ambition.
He died protecting the president?
Huh? But the assassination was fake, right? Of course it was. But you need to listen closely, little girl. Remember the guy who wanted to make the fake assassination real? There were 2 gunshots at the time of the incident. First was, as you said, I shot the balloon. But the second one wasn't me.
So who fired the second shot?
The real assassin. But it wasn't the killer. He intended to attack the president with a knife, not a gun. The lucky winner was the hidden queen. Or should I say, the lady in the coat over there. You're accusing Nicole, pal? I ain't no assassin. Really? I don't believe you. The gun that was left in the trash, that was yours, right?
Oh boy. Okay, I believe we're coming to an end here of this trial. And I bet you anything we're about 20 minutes away from the end. However, it's already been over an hour. So I need to stop. I have no idea how long this testimony is going to take. It may take 20 minutes, it may take 40, it may take an hour. That's just the nature of a blind let's play. You try to guess when the best time to stop was. I went long on this video thinking that it would come to an end because I felt like we were getting close, and then we just get another curveball. So anyway, I love you all so very much. I want to thank you for everything. I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic day. And in the next episode, I feel very confident we'll be wrapping up this case and probably starting our next one. So until then, my dear friends, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.